Hello and welcome back to V-Hawks Podcast, where we're coming off a great weekend. If you haven't checked out our video already about our recap of the trade and all that other stuff, whatever our games, check it out. But here are our reactions to the other games, and then we're going to head into predictions. So overall, let's address one of the elephants in the room, Bears-Bengals. That game was on some serious drugs. Did I expect the Bears defense to fall apart like the Bengals defense? No. Did we expect the Bengals defense to fall apart? Absolutely. Um, but
The fact there
my
was time
gosh,
still
man.
left on that clock was their doom.
Yeah. Also, the Bears continue to screw me. Not only did they win, I lost by 5 points in fantasy football. I had Rome Odunze. He had zero catches. Zero. They scored 49 points. He didn't have a single catch. Okay, anyway, but yeah, I don't get it. But I lost Kyron Williams because of that, so that sucks. But I'm in a league where he's still a player. But yeah, but no, that game was on some serious drugs. Pittsburgh Steelers home team, uh, home crowd makes a difference, and when the team really comes together, man, just like the Vikings, man, they're dangerous when everybody decides to show up.
Then you have the Falcons complaining that the Patriots simulated a snap call or some shenanigans.
Something like that,
Fun
yeah.
times. And then CJ Stroud goes down. We'll see how long that stays, but he's already been ruled out for this week.
Yeah.
Um, Packers lose a funny one against the Panthers. Apparently, they can only lose to shit teams.
That
Um,
was the best. It was right before the end of our game too, so it was like, oh, the Packers lost. Please let us win too, and this will be the best week. And then shortly after we won, I'm like, okay, I don't even care what the Bears do. This is great.
And then how about them Cowboys and that? No, not even the defense. The defense actually 27 points.
Not
Not
bad.
their worst performance.
It's one of their better performances this year, actually, I would say.
And when you count defense and special teams together, they actually got
Scored
seven of
the
their
touchdown.
points.
Yeah.
And the Dallas offense can only score 3 points until the fourth quarter. I thought Dak was the MVP. He has CeeDee Lamb. He has George Pickens. Um, what's the name of their running back? He's having a career
Javonte
year.
Williams.
Javonte Williams is having a career year. He is so back. This offensive line, even if it's like shit, Dak Prescott is the MVP front runner. Doesn't matter if he doesn't have a defense. Doesn't matter if he's not even over 500. Doesn't matter he hasn't beaten anybody. Look at the stats. All of
Yeah.
those 10 points that he scored. Get out of here.
Yeah. And Kyler Murray is now on IR. Um, I don't think that's a soft benching. I just hate the soft benching terms. I mean, it I don't know. But also like I call him Brisket. Um, is Brisket playing better? Yeah. I mean, he knows how to distribute the football. Marvin Harrison, it's not a coincidence that Marvin Harrison Jr.'s best game was with Jacoby Brissett. Like he knows how to get the football to his players. So I mean, I don't know if the Cardinals are going to make any noise anymore. It might be a little too late there because they haven't even had their bye week, right? So they're 3-6 or something.
3-5.
3-5. Okay, so they have. Okay, so they're still in it. They're not out, but I mean, how much do we trust that team to do? I don't know. That
Like the
division's tough.
defense, their defense is good, but it's not amazing. And that offense, do you trust? Like Jacoby's played good. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Like he kept it close against the Colts. He kept it close against Green Bay, but it's just been he hasn't been able to put them over the top. The Cowboys just suck.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know if that team, I don't trust that team to beat the 49ers, the Seahawks, or the Rams. I don't trust them to beat the Buccaneers if they haven't played them already. If they play the Panthers in Carolina, they're definitely not winning that game. Um, I don't know who else they play.
The Cardinals still have both games against the Rams, a game against Seattle, a game against the 49ers, a game against the Bucks, a game against the Texans, a game against the Falcons, a game against the Bengals.
Yeah,
They could honestly
there's some wins in there,
lose
but
all but
they're
two or
not.
three games.
Yeah,
Like, do you trust them against the 49ers? Do you
no,
trust them to get either of the wins against the Rams? Do you
no,
trust them against the Bucks? Do you
no.
trust them against the Texans? Depends on how CJ Stroud's health. If
Yeah,
CJ Stroud's playing, you probably trust that defense. If it's Davis Mills, um,
yeah. I mean, the Texans' offense has not impressed me so far this season.
they've
So,
been ranked like high in most of the categories though. Going into the Seattle game, they were like the number one ranked defense.
the offense.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I
completely
said
agree.
the
Completely agree.
Texans offense has not impressed me
Sorry, I
this
thought I
year.
heard defense, but that's
Yeah.
my fault.
No, their defense has been great. I could never talk about my boy Daniil Hunter like that, man. Come on. Come on.
But
Come
that
on, man.
it's
I
almost like
said offense.
it's almost like you shouldn't trade all your offensive line without having backups,
Yeah.
right, Jerry?
Or or trading for Ed Ingram. The worst offensive lineman last year. And we used that pick to trade for Jordan Mason. Yeah. Who won that one? Gee, I wonder. But man, like
Oh, and they have
I
a game
don't.
against the Jaguars.
Who also has one of our worst offensive linemen, and that's their best rated. Ezra Cleveland was one of our worst linemen. He ended up being average by the time we traded him. That's the Jaguars' highest rated lineman. Fun fact.
Sometimes.
But anyway, yeah, speaking of that, 68-yard field goal was achieved. Love to see that. He made a 70-yarder in preseason. Maybe he'll get a chance at that later on this season. The Raiders, pack it up. Pack it
Put the
in.
fries in the bag.
You're done.
Geno Smith
I
sucks.
would say maybe next year, but no.
And here's the issue. If they just got Geno Smith and let him go for this year, then decide on the contract, that's one thing. They gave him an extension before what
Yeah.
so going back to the good old Seattle Seahawks and trading away the quarterbacks, both Russell Wilson and Geno Smith get traded to the AFC West and somehow get long extensions
Mhm.
that now either they would have to be cut and have a serious hit on the cap, or you're basically sitting with them.
Yeah.
And they both play like shit the year that they get traded.
Yeah. It's amazing what going to a team with not as good a roster does to you. Not as good
But
of
it wasn't
weapons.
like they didn't have weapons.
Some
They have Genty. Now that offensive line is just not what Genty
yeah.
needs. Brock Bowers has been in and out of the lineup. Jacoby Myers wanted to get traded before the year started. They bring in Tyler Lockett, which he wasn't that great on the. I wouldn't even say great. He wasn't that good on the Titans. Um,
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know much of the Raiders.
yeah, he got cut by the
Titans.
Titans, and then
Yeah.
I think it was just last week that he went to the Raiders. And they
Gotcha.
tried to actually hit him on the 2 point conversion, but the ball got batted down, which meant the Raiders lost.
Yeah. Yeah. Phew. I mean, it's a year. I I mean, I feel like nobody really knows what's what this season. I
Nobody's
mean,
been dominant.
yeah. I mean, the Colts have been dominant. I mean, I don't losing against the Steelers in Pittsburgh when the team decided to show up. I That's not really a like I still think the Colts are the best team in the league right now.
But
They
still,
haven't
5 turnovers.
yeah, I mean, but again, Steelers defense when they all show up. Like
But
they've
that
got their
win's
games,
been a
they show
big
up, they've got their
question
games
this
when
year.
they don't.
That that win has been a big question this year. This has
Yeah,
not been the dominant Steelers defense of the past.
that's true. But still, you're 7-2. Your wins have been dominant. Daniel Jones has played like he never has before, other than that game. Jonathan Taylor's having an MVP like season. The defense is better, and now they just got Sauce Gardner. So I mean,
I will say about the Colts is look at their wins. They haven't really played anybody.
but also
It,
we don't know who else is good. But yeah,
well, their biggest challenge was against the Rams and they lost that game. The Chargers were beat up in that game. They were missing a lot of players. Um, who else? The Broncos was by a leverage penalty
field
on the
goal.
kick.
Yeah, they beat the Chargers.
Injuries, because that was the week before they faced you, and they
Mm.
got healthy during that week.
No,
They did have
wait,
injuries.
yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Um, yeah, I mean, dude, the bright side is, dude, they have won their division pretty
Oh
much
no, I'm
already.
not saying they are.
Um,
They have control of that division,
yeah.
but
But yeah, I will say, yeah, the quality of their opponents, yeah, the Broncos and the Chargers are the winning teams that they've beaten.
and we get to
Um,
play the Titans twice already.
yeah, and they beat the, yeah, they beat the Dolphins, they beat the Raiders,
Like
they
they
beat the
were dominant in
Cardinals.
those
Yeah,
wins. Do not get me
so
wrong,
yeah,
but they had like the tests that they've had. Either they got by through the skin of their teeth. That challenge was not an actual challenge at that point, or
yeah.
they've lost.
And I mean that, and then you go over to the NFC, and I also think that there's best teams in the league over there. Like Seattle's one of the best teams in the league right now. The Bucks win healthy. That's the big if. So right
Which they're
now,
not
no.
getting Mike Evans back for at least till maybe the end of the year by the
Yeah.
playoffs.
The Rams, you got to
Yeah,
put up there. The Lions, I'd say, are still there.
they have their on
Our
and off
team
weeks, but
decided to show up. Yeah. The
when the Lions
Packers,
are running, they got it.
I'd still say the Packers are up there. Um, I
As
just,
long as it's not a very heavily underdog team they're facing.
yeah, I just, there's some inconsistency with that team, and it's just interesting. And now Kraft is out, and it sucks because that's my favorite Packer right now. I don't, and again, like that's my thing. It's like I root for good football. I hate a team, but I don't hate players, except for Kirby Joseph. Um, and back in the day, Vontez Perfect. But I think everybody, even Bengals fan, hated Perfect. But that's a conversation for another day. Um, I don't hate the players. I hate the team. Tucker Kraft was awesome. Love that guy. I hope he comes back next year and is able to be healthy. But I mean, that was a big target for Love. That was a big part of that offense. So we'll see how that goes. But they've not looked as consistent as they should. So, but yeah, I mean, overall, kind of see where everybody is. But let's go through this week.
So starting off, speaking of the Raiders and speaking of the Broncos for like 30 seconds, Raiders versus Broncos on Thursday Night Football. Broncos,
Give me the Raiders to lose a big one.
Colts.
Yeah, Bears.
I have Giants.
Okay.
I just, there's no reason for me to do this, but I just feel like the Bears have been so consistently inconsistent. Like, they'll win a game where they should have probably easily beaten the Bengals. The Ravens, that without Lamar Jackson, it wasn't really close.
Hmm. They lost to us game one. I'm trying to figure out who their other loss was. They lost to both purple teams. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, the Lions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, like, that's why the Bears are better than I thought they'd be because their losses are to good teams. You won't look at the Ravens and say, "Oh, they're a good team," but they got Lamar Jackson back. So
Not that game,
and
though.
Kyle Hamilton.
It was Huntley that
So
game.
Okay, right. They got Kyle Hamilton back for that game, so we get to face a fully healthy Ravens team. That's the benefit. Um, but yeah, I mean, they got to face the healthiest the Ravens have been all year since the Bills game, or since Lamar Jackson went out. I'm not sure when that happened. I think it was
That was
week
the
two,
Chiefs game,
right?
several
Yeah,
games after.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I like the Bears in this matchup. I still like the Giants are going to put up points, obviously, but I mean, I don't know that the defense. I could see it. I'm not hating that pick whatsoever. Um, I'm tempted to go Dolphins. I'm not gonna lie for this one. Um, just because of how inconsistent that team is. Um, and look at the Dolphins' home record against the Bills. It's actually pretty good. But Tua turned the ball over. So I am gonna go with the Bills. Are we saving our games for last?
we can.
Okay. Browns.
Yeah. Especially if everything the Jets traded away, no.
Gotcha. I'm going Patriots here.
How
And I,
many
I believe in both teams.
No, here's where I was going. How many Buccaneers are still injured?
One moment.
While you're doing that, if the Buccaneers were healthy, I would say the Buccaneers, but with what their injury list has been looking like, honestly, the Patriots may be the. I'll see what you say.
Okay, so as of today, Wednesday, Chris Godwin did not practice. Bucky Irving did not practice. Hassan Reddick did not practice. Marquise Watts did not practice. Levante David was a full participant. Both their tackles were oh, there was a limited and a full for their tackles. Baker Mayfield's full. Their corner McCollum is full, and their other corner Parrish is also full.
So
And
right now, basically, they're
I don't think
only.
Ibuka ever got put on IR, so I think he's healthy and ready to
No,
go.
Ibuka came back, I believe.
Yeah, so
Um,
he's good to go.
is Bucky Irving back?
He did not practice on Wednesday.
Okay, so without Godwin, without Bucky Irving,
I
I
mean,
just feel
take
like
Wednesday with a grain of salt. Wednesday is the usually the walkthroughs and everything, so it's the Thursdays ones that start to get concerning, and then the Friday ones where you're like,
okay.
okay, here's probably what's going to happen for the game.
Right now, I will say Patriots, but I will let you know Saturday what my
Yeah.
thoughts are. I need to
I'm
see
picking
that
the
injury
Patriots
list.
regardless of who comes back, just because they've really impressed me this year, and I don't know, I'm
Green
riding
Bay's
with
been
them.
good.
They're likable again. It's just I don't know. Actually, they haven't been likable in my lifetime, or at least when I was a fan of football. But they're likable right now to me. I like them. So
They're a fun team to watch. As long as they don't turn the ball over 5 times by fumbling constantly.
that is true. Um, I'm going
Yeah.
with the Panthers at home. If this was on the road, that could be a trap game, but it's not. Um,
Wasn't the
this is an
Panthers game?
interesting.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Mm,
Wasn't the Panthers game at Green Bay though?
yeah, that was what was surprising about it too. Is not just because of the quality of the opponent. It was also the spread was huge, and
And
also
at Green Bay.
that was their first like win on the road or
Yeah.
like good win on the road.
No, I
So
think that was their first win on the road.
it might have been, yeah. But at home they have been dominant. So
Well, except
that's why
against the
I'm going with them.
Bills.
Yeah, that's true. Um, the next game's interesting though, with CJ Stroud being out. I'm going to still pick the Texans though, because I think that defense is going to get after Trevor Lawrence. And we know Trevor Lawrence can turn into turn the ball over when he's under pressure. So
Tua
I'm
turned
going to
the
go with
ball
the
over.
Texans. Trevor turned the ball over. I guess I don't know. He turns into that version when he's under pressure.
Honestly,
But
with the
I could go either way,
injuries,
honestly.
with the injuries to the Jaguars wide receiver core, I would be a little bit more. If CJ Stroud was playing, I may have picked the Texans, but just with I can't trust Davis Mills, and I don't
He
know.
looked
I don't
pretty
think
good
the
in the game against the Broncos. I'm
well,
not gonna lie.
hold on. That was without Patrick Surtain though. He's been out. What was I gonna say? The thing is about the Jaguars is at least at the beginning of the year they were one of the highest teams in turnovers forced. I could see this a game being Davis Mills is forced into a lot of turnovers, and that will just give the Jaguars enough chances.
Yeah, I could also see it as a thing as the Texans force a bunch of turnovers and Davis Mills just has to keep the ball moving down the field.
Not die.
I could honestly see this being 12-9 in favor of either team, to be honest, just a field goal kicking session. But anyway, skipping that game, this is one I'm torn about because Shanahan has dominated McVay, but also at some point the injuries are going to catch up.
You would think,
You'd think, but
unless they're using voodoo magic and they're unlike the Chiefs, you actually see their players dying on the field.
yeah.
Not dying, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, you're just getting injured and injured.
Just their
Um,
ACLs just shredding themselves.
yeah. And I mean, I mean, the last time they faced each other, because they've already played this season,
Thursday night football.
they forced the ball away from Kyron Williams or Forum, whichever one fumbled. Um,
Kyron, I believe.
yeah, they got the ball punched out. So their depth can play, man. And I just wow, because I don't
I'll
know
let
who
you
if they
know.
got anybody back healthy. Because Kittle's back. I'm not sure if he played against the Rams the first time.
I can't
Um,
remember. No, I think he was out because that was just like a couple weeks after the Seattle game. They just got Kittle back.
they got Kittle back for that Rams game.
No, they didn't. I don't believe they had Kittle
Okay.
for that game.
Then that's going to be my game changer. I'm gonna go with 49ers because I have to stick with the coaching practice there and the fact that just their depth is insane. It really is, and then that's going to make the difference in this game. So I'm going to pick the Niners.
I'm going with the 49ers because I need this to happen for a pick I have later on. So,
There you go. All right,
Lions.
3-2 Lions. Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, dude, the Commanders just are not good right now. They really aren't. They haven't
Well,
been for a while.
now that they have Mariota starting for probably at least a month, if not more.
Which I mean, he's not a big drop off, but that team, like, not as huge as you would think. Like, it's.
No.
I didn't mean like. Again, is it a drop off? Yeah, but it's not like a major like, oh crap, we have to deal with this guy. Um, like obviously you want to keep Jaden Daniels playing football, but also like the team just was not doing well.
I'll give
It
you
hasn't been doing well.
from a team level, I'll give you that, but I would
Yeah.
say you would 100 times out of 100, you would
You
pick
take
Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels.
You take Jaden Daniels, but also because he gives you another element to that offense. But also, I feel like what Dan Quinn was trying to do is run him too much.
Yeah.
And I think that's something where it's like, hey, we have Debo now, in addition to when Terry is healthy. We have Zach
Which that's been
Ertz.
an issue.
We have these weapons. We need to get the ball to him. And the problem is Jaden Daniels holds onto the ball and wants to do things himself. He wants to play hero ball. And that's where my concern lies. Great player, needs to get back on the track. I don't know if that's Dan Quinn. I don't know if it's Jaden Daniels.
I will say one issue. One, their offensive line couldn't hold a freaking
Yes.
cold. Um, the other issue, one, it's an old team. Like, Debo Samuel's not at his youth anymore. They were having problems getting separation, and that's an issue where if nobody's getting separation, you have to run around as long as possible because your O line's not doing shit either. So Jaden Daniels was basically playing 1v11
Yeah.
and was fighting for his life. So I won't give Jaden Daniels that much crap, but I
Yeah.
will put
I
it
mean,
on the
and that's not how
coach.
I intended it, but it was mainly like I don't think again, I don't know if it's Quinn or Jane Daniels, but RPOs are a lot of what they do, but it seems that they forget the O. Like it seems that they don't know that it's an option. That it's always a run. So it's like,
It just goes back to the wide receiver issues right now. They're not getting separation. Terry McLaurin's not there. What do you do?
yeah. And it's tough. Again, the whole team's not really shown up. So, but anyway, and the Lions are going to want to bounce back for sure. Um, this is the toughest one to pick, I think, honestly, for me. I don't even know why, because I don't care about either of these teams. Other than the fact that we've lost to both of them. Um, you want to go first?
I'm going with the Chargers. Not much reason for it. The Steelers
Yeah.
got one good defensive outing. They haven't been consistent with that defense. They made the Jets offense look good in week one. And I just feel like Justin Herbert's going to be able to expose that defense, and he's not a sit in the pocket guy like Daniel Jones was for that game.
Yeah, for sure. And the my only again, I think both of our major concerns is that both their tackles are out now, and TJ Watt is him.
Especially with
Um,
Joe Alt.
yeah,
Apparently Joe Alt is just a god. Like if
he
he's
came
not in
back
the
against
lineup,
us, and you saw what happened. Yeah, like, and that's part of why I'm so indecisive with this because I think the Chargers overall will have a higher chance to show up. Um, but it's just if that line just cracks down, they really don't stand much of a chance. But also, that defense is better than what I thought it would be this year. So I think I'll go with the Chargers as well. Let's move on to the Monday night game and then our games. I'm gonna go with the Packers to bounce back at Lambeau, and if they lose, I'm just gonna laugh.
I have the Packers as well. I feel like they'll bounce back. The Eagles are in this whole hoo ha ha of, oh, they didn't trade AJ Brown, they're so back. They get Jair
Who is
Alexander.
coming back this week, most likely, by the way. He was hurt. Just FYI.
They lost to the Giants with AJ Brown.
Yeah. No, I mean again, I could see the Eagles winning. I just think that I like the Packers more in this matchup because it is at home, and I think that they're going to want to get that taste out of their mouths at the Panthers. But and also the teams have not looked good off bye weeks. Like they really have not looked good. You guys did, but you're one of few teams that have
Yeah.
looked good after a bye week. So
Ask the
we'll
Texans how
see.
their
Maybe
bye
it's a
week
bird thing. Maybe the Eagles will go in and win because it's like, oh, the birds are good after a bye week. I don't know, but
ask the Texans how their bye week went, and then a Monday night game versus us.
because the Ravens won after their bye week. It could be a bird. When did the Cardinals win? Did they win after their bye week? We're the investigation. Oh my goodness. Because so far we've got the birds are 2 for 2. Did the Cardinals win off their bye week?
We're changing to the Eagles.
We're changing to the Eagles.
They had their bye week, then beat the Cowboys. We're gonna look so stupid if the Eagles go get absolutely destroyed.
I'm sticking with the Packers, but I mean, I'm making it tough, and I'm giving ourselves some leeway for if we look wrong because
Well, if you, or I guess if I look, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, hey, actually,
I
if you want
changed
to
the
go to the Eagles,
Eagles.
I will go the Eagles with you.
Okay.
I will do that. Because you know what? That was funny. I just pulled that out of nowhere, but it ended up being true after I thought about it. So, you know what? Why not? All right. So, speaking of birds,
Wait,
you got a bird fight, huh?
wait. Wasn't when was the Ravens bye week?
The week before this week. So they played the Dolphins right after their bye week,
Which they
and they
won.
destroyed them. And they won. Yeah,
Oh no, was wait, hold no.
that's what I'm saying.
No,
The
because they had the
Seahawks won
Bears
after
first.
their
They had
bye
the
week.
Bears first.
They won that. Okay, yeah, my bad. They won against the Bears.
I think that was after their bye week because they were thinking
Yeah.
he would be back after their bye week. They played the Bears. He wasn't back. Then he played the Thursday night game, but they still beat the Bears.
Yeah.
So
Either
that's
way, the
now.
birds. Because I think are we done with bird teams?
What did the Falcons do?
Oh, that's true. When they have had their bye week, so I don't know when that was. So we'll have to test it if they go 4 for 4.
Oh, hold on.
Because the Seahawks, Cardinals, and Ravens have all won after their bye week.
Um,
The
the
Falcons
Falcons
would
beat the
definitely be the
Bills after
chase.
their bye week.
They what?
They beat the Bills after their bye week.
I think we go Eagles for the trend. I mean, hey, the Birds are 4 for 4 after their bye weeks. Yeah, I mean, hey, we're just following trends at this point. Like grasp at
The
the
craziest trend
straws.
we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm so glad I called that out. I was like, the Seattle won after their bye, and I'm like, wait a minute, didn't the Ravens? Did the Cardinals win? And I just go down this rabbit hole. It's great. I love my brain sometimes. Thank you, brain. Okay, speaking of birds, though, you got a bird fight. Cardinals at Seattle.
We're doing your game first. We did my game
Oh,
first last week.
never mind. Speaking of birds, you've got bird death,
A Raven versus
also
a
known
Viking.
also known as U.S. Bank Stadium.
You're gonna get PETA on us now,
Hey,
asshole.
hey, you're the one who wanted to switch to my bird segue. I was ready. I was ready for you. All right. Last time I said that we'd kill the birds was against the Eagles. We
How'd
did
that end
not
up
win
for
that
you?
game. We did not win that game. I thought me finish my sentence. Therefore, I'm going with the Ravens.
I have the Ravens too. I just feel
And
like
because of that, the Vikings are going to win this game.
with the Ravens, you were able to get pressure on Jared Goff. I just feel like Lamar Jackson's gonna be able to get away from that pressure. So
Yeah. Well, they have been easing him into that. They've not been running him. They've not been having him
So
do a
it's
whole
also
lot.
they had a mini bye with the Dolphins game being last Thursday.
Yeah, they did. But no, I mean, this is technically the game that decides our season. For those who don't know, if you haven't watched prior episodes at all, or if I haven't said it somehow, I feel like I had to have. Um, every time we face the Ravens, it determines whether we fire a coach or if we make the NFC Championship game. Every time we beat the Ravens, which has been 3 times out of our meetings, we make the NFC Championship game. Every time we lose to the Ravens, which have been 4 times in our meetings, we fire our head coach. Um, Going with trends, I should probably pick the Vikings because that would even up the score and also be more likely considering Kevin O'Connell just won Coach of the Year. But Kevin O'Connell would be the one to break that trend, so I'm going with the Ravens. So, um, and that leaves us with the bird fight. I have nothing else to say except Seattle. Or is this the trap game? It shall continue to build until the Vikings. It will swell within you. Ooh, I can feel your hatred. Strike me down with all of your anger, and your journey towards losing to the Vikings will be complete.
Let's go over the variables real quick. Seattle coming off a dominant win, check. Basically, every analyst is picking the Seahawks, check.
Same with us and the Lions. Or the Lions being picked. Yeah, yeah.
This has nothing to do with you. You had your time.
I know. I'm just feeding into this. I'm loving watching you sweat. It's great.
Go somewhere. Seahawks are trying to get a, I think, 9-game win streak on the Cardinals now.
Yeah. And then nine is a lucky number. Everybody knows that.
It's not facing Kyler Murray, Jacoby Brissett,
No. Yeah.
who's a lot more of a physical runner than Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
He's been playing better than Kyler Murray.
But he can't escape like Kyler Murray.
He can get
You
out of
gotta escape
tackles.
that line of the Seahawks. Fool. I don't know, man. Again, I don't think there's. I, you thought the Saints was a trap game. You thought the Commanders was a
It's
trap game.
coming. You don't understand as a Seahawks fan. You do not understand.
See, even
No, you
Storm
don't.
was upset with that.
No, you don't.
You want to talk about trap games? Talk to the Vikings.
You do not
Talk to
understand.
the mother sucking Vikings. All right. Talk
Urinating
to
Tree isn't
us.
making jokes about your team being in some bed with the freaking healthcare community because Seahawks fans have heart issues.
Yes, the cardiac Vikes exist for a reason. Yes, we.
Urinating Tree has never made that joke about you.
It doesn't matter what one YouTuber says. I love Tree, but it doesn't make him the knowing
I don't care.
all of everything. Are you aware of the amount of one score games we've had since 2022? Like, are you just aware of the fact that we've had the most? Yeah, I know you're picking the Cardinals. Yeah, but no, I don't think there's a way you lose this one either. I think it's great. I'm just waiting for this is gonna be your trap game right here. But yeah, no, we are
Should we
always
face
the
the
ones to
Twins?
lose. We lose against Cooper Rush and the Cowboys. We
We
lose
lose
to
against Daniel
the
Jones.
we lose to Daniel Jones in the playoffs. We lose to a 2-10 Lions team in 2017.
Oh
Like
no, the Titan. We have the Titans coming up, so that will be our trap game. Sorry, bud. That's before you.
now, division weirdness is a thing. So I won't give you too much crap if you lose to the Cardinals. But if you lose to the Titans, ooh, I might come out of the woodworks for that one, man. That's the only thing you can't hold over us is the Commanders are our weakest opponent left. I think the Giants are better than the Commanders right now. Those are our two
So
weakest opponents left.
if we
And they're
lose to
not
the
as bad as the
Titans,
Titans.
if we lose to the Titans and then come whoop the shit out of y'all, are you gonna want to record that next week?
Sure.
Okay then.
I don't care. Again, it's very rare we win in Seattle. I was very shocked last year that we got the win because
It
like
was
we
against
just
Geno
don't
Smith.
win in Seattle.
It was against Geno Smith.
Yeah, but we haven't didn't we face him before or no? No? Okay. Well, either way, we just don't have a good history in Seattle. We have good history. We have a good history in Minnesota, not against Russell Wilson, but that is our only win against Russell Wilson was at home. But yeah, again, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really care. I just think that if we beat the Ravens, we're destined for the championship game because of trends. But I don't
You
know.
have to get in the playoffs first, though.
And hey, losing to Seattle does not mean we miss the playoffs. We'd have to lose other games too. So
So how many losses do you already have?
we have four. If we lose to you guys, it'll be five. And our schedule's tough. But if JJ McCarthy ends up being a division killer, then this is a totally different picture. If we go 6-0 in division, I think we make the playoffs. Like that's a legitimate tiebreaker because that gives us four more wins. So that puts us at 8-4. If we assume we lose to the Seahawks, it's 8-5. We play the Giants and the Commanders. I think there's at least one win there, if not two, which gets us to 9 or 10. And then we play the
That
Cowboys as well. So I would say there's two wins out of the rest of the NFC East. So we get 10 wins minimum if JJ McCarthy ends up being the division killer. And
it's
again, big
just going to
if.
be difficult to go through that whole gauntlet,
Yeah.
and it'd be one thing if they were spread around the season. It's back to back to back to back.
Mhm.
Like you are going to have little to no wiggle room because right now you're still fourth in the division.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we've gotten two road games out of the way in division. And that's the other thing. It's like we're not only the best division record, we've taken out two on the road. The Packers win is at home against the Lions. The Bears haven't won a divisional game. The Lions, I think, also beat the Bears at Ford Field. And then they lost to both us at Ford Field and then the Packers at Lambeau. So when you look at it, it's like we got the toughest, other than the Packers, we've got the toughest looking division games out of the way because we got the road out. But anyway, I mean, you don't know. There's a lot of football left to be played. If we knew who would make the playoffs or not, then we wouldn't play the games because we wouldn't risk injuries to anybody. So we'll see how it goes. I'm like, I don't really think the Ravens game matters because again, I'd rather lose to an AFC opponent than lose to any NFC opponent. But
but that's going to put like for your playoff hopes, that's going to put you at a point of you're not going to be able to have any mistakes.
I
Being
mean, it
four and
depends.
five,
It depends. At some point, there's the other teams are going to start losing too. Like,
but if they're beating you, like here's the issue. You have two games out of the division out of the way. You still
yeah,
have four left.
yeah,
Not only is a loss to one of them bad for you, it also gives them another game above you.
mhm,
Right now, all three of those teams are 5 wins
yep,
exactly.
hmm
Say you lose to Green Bay. Cutting out this next week, that puts them at 6. That keeps you at 4. That's already now 2 games. They're above you.
yep,
Just you can't afford to have mistakes anymore. And with a rookie quarterback, that's hard because you're not going to win every single game.
yeah.
That's the
And
reason
again,
why
it's tough.
I feel like this Ravens game is a must win for your season. Because going down to 4 and 5 is going to be a hole that's going to be you're going to be running through a straight shot to the playoffs that you have to win out most of your
Yeah.
games.
My thing is just like out of all the opponents that we face, if that's the one we lose to, that's the best scenario because it's an AFC team. Like that's my thing is like that could be our only chance to necessarily lose a game and still feel like we can do it. Um, and that will depend on the other team. Because also like the NFC North has to play the rest of them. The Packers have only played one game, and it was home against Detroit. We haven't seen them on the road, and we just saw them lose to the Panthers. So I mean, we'll see what it looks like. The division, we hate each other, and then you guys also got to fight each other too. Um, so I mean, like, because those are the teams in the wild card spots right now.
Yeah.
Are the Lions, the Seahawks, the Rams, or the Niners rather, because the Rams I think are taking or you guys are. Yeah. So the Rams, the Niners, and the Lions are the ones in contention for the wild card spots right now. So
Yeah, we'll see.
that's the thing. They're gonna beat up on each other. So I mean, we'll see. Also, and the Packers have played a pretty easy schedule so far. So we'll see how they go. The Lions, I'm not too familiar with their schedule. Um, but I don't think they've played the Eagles yet. I could be wrong. But um, yeah, they get to play the Packers at Ford Field, so that's gonna lose. Somebody's gonna lose that game. Um, I think the Bears can give one of them a run for their money, as well. Bears almost beat the Lions last year. They did beat the Packers last year. Um, yeah, I get there's just a lot of chances. It's going to depend on a lot of different teams. I think the Vikings playoff hopes depend on us winning the majority of our games and getting help from the other teams beating the crap out of each other. That's going to be the big picture at the end of the day. Because if everybody else just keeps winning and they split with everybody, then we're not going to make it.
Well, we'll wrap it up for this episode because this is probably what 40 minutes. So
Something like that.
that's our
Yeah.
predictions for week 10. We'll see y'all back for week 11 and whatever the hell is happening with the NFL
Yeah.
next week.
Hopefully we come back to two more dubs.
Hopefully.
We'll see what happens. They will, for sure. I don't know about us.
Peace.
That Cardinals pick is good. I don't know, man. But yeah, hopefully two more dubs. Peace.